girls. Thank you for your work so far, this session, and obviously the last one as well. You've got great, smiley, happy players. I want to make sure that we're trying to learn and repeat the learning. So I don't want to just tell you things during the games and then we forget them and we move on to something else. Don't be afraid of repetition. Don't be afraid to do the same thing over and over again if you feel that it's because you want to learn it. Okay, so for example, we know that the field is divided into 3. By the way, goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders, striker. So we know that the field is divided into 3. You do different things in each of the thirds. So in each area, 1, 2, 3, you do different things in there. So you behave differently. For example, in our defensive third, we are careful. We don't take too many risks. We don't take too many chances. We're not like robots, but we are careful. In the middle area, we look to work with the rest of our teammates a little bit more. We look to try new things, some dribbles, some skills. We try to show a little bit of how fun and creative we can be with the soccer ball. And in here, the attacking third, we take more chances. We show more confidence. We show more belief in ourselves. Because in this third, we need to shoot. So we can't be afraid of shooting. So we've got different mindset in each third. Don't be afraid to remember that, because our mindset, our heads, during our games and our travelling throughout the thirds, we need to make sure our heads remember that we have to have a different mindset in each third. Lots of information to take in. That's what's so great about our game, is that we're always learning. Now, this is our formation. I'm only going to discuss 2 things. I'm going to discuss, and I've done it before, but we're not afraid of repetition. I'm going to discuss our use of space with and without the ball in these thirds. So the red thing here is the other team. The black thing is the soccer ball. The blues is us. So in today's game, we had a game where we played against a team that was similar to us, and then so we had 2 games today: the green team, the white team, and then there'll be times when you play against teams that it's going to be so easy, and you're going to beat them by lots and lots of goals. But we still need to make sure we've got learning that takes place. We still need to learn things. So, for example, with the ball, our goalkeeper has the ball. This is our formation, but it's not how we stay. We move around. When the goalkeeper has the ball, we always have a defender that protects the middle area, the central area, because that is the quickest route to our goal. Then we can have a defender that goes into a wider area. She goes into that area so that she can help the goalkeeper. It can look like that, or it can look like this. Whichever way the goalkeeper is looking to play, we always have somebody that stays central. Now, we don't have her central but low, really close to the goalkeeper, unless she's looking to get the ball and pass it. However, generally, she goes higher. So that's in defence when we have the ball. However, when we don't have the ball, we still need to have someone that stays central. One of the defenders always stays there. Not too low, but just there. To make sure she's always helping out the goalkeeper and always protecting the space in front of our goal. 3 midfielders. Body shape is so important. I want you to remember that you need to see as much of the field as possible, as often as possible. So the big guide for you is, can I see where the ball is coming from? Can I see where I'm looking to travel to? So you've got to change your body shape so that your shoulders are pointing at both goals. And you can move your head. That's the midfield. When we have the ball. Body shape. When we don't have it, we give the other team less space. So the midfielders become really tight. So there's not so much space for the other team to move around. When she plays, we move over as a free and we stay tight because we want to give them less space. But we have to be ready to make that run and ready to change our run. That's when we don't have the ball. Striker. I think the striker needs to always stay as high as she can. If she goes in to try and help out, that's nice, thank you. However, we need someone else to realise that she's gone in. So somebody else, maybe one of the midfielders, becomes a striker. It's a lot of information, but we need to be ready to learn it. Especially if we play against teams that might already know. So we have to learn it as well. So, if the striker looks to go in and help, she doesn't stay there for too long. She doesn't stay there helping. She helps until she passes the other player from the other team onto her team. When she does that, she goes high and she stays high. Because we need to pass to her so she can go and help us score. Lots and lots of information. Lots of information. However, the game it involves us learning stuff. We've got to learn things. We've got to show that we can go to school and learn so we can come to soccer and learn. That's what I think anyway. So as long as you remember, we have a different attitude in each of the thirds. In each of the thirds, we have to think differently. Now, a good thing you can do is that if you remember, but you realise that maybe one of your teammates, she doesn't remember, you have to tell her. Nicely, but you have to tell her so that you learn to communicate with each other without the coach. That's the two things we should be looking at, and that's one of the things that I think that we need to get used to doing, is that repetition of how we learn things. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Don't be afraid, then it stays in there forever. Thank you for your work. As I said, I think you're fantastic. You're doing a good job. Don't be afraid to ask me questions if you're not sure about something, and don't be afraid to try new things, play different positions. You're learning, you're developing, and that's what we've got to get you used to doing. Learning and developing. Don't be afraid. I've got a new pen. Some of you didn't even notice my new hairstyle.